We've all been there. I know you felt it at a party, maybe you felt it on a date, maybe it's even preventing you from crushing it at work. It's that frustration of being in your own head. I don't know what to say. Do people even like me? How is that guy so charismatic? You start overthinking everything. Does that make your social life better? No, makes it worse. But what if I told you there was a roadmap to get people to like you in literally 10 minutes? Despite this book being almost a century old. Yes, 100 years, 36 is when it was written. Damn do these ideas hold up more than ever. I'm gonna share with you 4 of the most practical tips, things that you can literally walk away from this video and start using in your social situations. People are gonna be like, something about that guy. Here's the first point. Picture this. You're at a party and you have 2 conversations. Conversation number 1, you get cornered with a woman who won't stop talking. She literally won't shut up. Doesn't matter what you say, doesn't matter you trying to give cues that you want to leave. She'll find a way to turn every single conversation or talking point back onto her. You just got back from a vacation? Well, I'm going on vacation next month and let me tell you all about it. That's so cool, you just got a new job. So did my friend and blah, 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 blah. Now your second conversation of that night goes a little different. They're asking you the questions. They're laughing at your jokes. It seems like they actually pay attention to you and care. What did person number 2 do? They used what Dale Carnegie calls being interested, not trying to be interesting. Early 20s, I was learning a lot of pickup, game, and how to talk to women. It was literally like really poorly recorded videos of 45-year-old dudes trying to teach you magic tricks, being like, this is how you get girls. This is how you be interesting. I never learned any of the magic tricks, so I can't say if they worked or not. But what I do remember is there was a lot of pressure being the performer. And it turned every social situation into like this performance of you have to win people over by being the most interesting and having the life of like the Dos Equis man, most interesting man in the world. If you just become interested in people and you start asking them questions and you kind of turn on them and you actually care, you listen empathetically, it's almost a surefire way if someone goes up to them at the end of the day, they're gonna be like, I like that dude. That girl listened to me, she's cool. There's a quote that Dale Carnegie says. He says, you can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. One caveat here. It's very, 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 very important. It's more of an Eastern self-development idea that we talk about on this channel of detachment. Okay, detaching from outcomes and how that you shouldn't do this principle as a way or a gimmick or a trick to get the girl in the bar to pay attention to you and like you. If you're doing that, they can sense it. The intention behind that is almost a neediness. I'm gonna use this principle to get them to like me. Yeah, you want them to like you, sure, but you don't need anything from it, right? It's obvious when a guy is just talking to a woman and they just want to sleep with them and they're acting really interested. That's so crazy. You eat pineapples on pizza? Me too. It kind of defeats the whole purpose. The second big idea, you ever heard someone and they're like, oh, I'm so bad with names. What does that even mean? You're just so unimportant to me that I won't even take the half-calorie energy expenditure it takes to know your name. Screaming, I don't care. In leadership development, they drill this into you. The power of someone's name. Really think about that. It's the one thing that's unique to you that you've been called your entire life. Even dogs know their own name. Dale Carnegie famously said, remember that someone's name is the sweetest sound. But what do you do if you are actually bad with names? I got some tips for you. I call this the 3 for 3 rule. Make a goal to say someone's name 3 times in the first 3 minutes of meeting. Hey, what's your name, Justin? Cool, nice to meet you, Justin. It's Clark. So Justin, where are you from? Boom, right there, 3 times. Tip number 2. There's nothing worse than meeting someone, forgetting their name, and then having to meet them again and be like, what's your name? Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, we met before. Gonna break rapport a bit. So what you do, learn this from a Hollywood social coach. Don't worry, not the magician pickup artist. You say, good to see you, not nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Dude, we already met. Good to see you. This works super well if you're going out, if you're being social at parties or bars or meeting people for the first time. If you just take this little extra effort of knowing people's names and remembering it and calling them that, they're gonna like it. But not if you overuse it. Okay, this is the biggest warning. It is creepy if you just call them their name every single time. I get it, you learn this tip and you're like, hell yeah, Clark, I'm gonna use this. Get everyone to like me. And if all you have is a hammer, everything kind of looks like a nail. Don't overuse this. Justin, how's it going, Justin? Listen, Justin, I was thinking later, Justin, you and I, Justin. Justin will ask what drugs you're on. Probably never want to talk to you again. Remember that a person's name is the sweetest sound to them. Tip number 3, I was told once that I had resting bitch face. You ever heard that term? I'll show you. Look, this is me literally completely relaxed and focused. Now, if you'd never seen me before and we're strangers, is this a face that's warm? If we were having a conversation, would you feel safe opening up? You'd be like, why is this guy gonna mug me in 2 seconds? But what's crazy is like, that's me completely relaxed and focused and there's nothing wrong. Versus if I have just a slight smile on, and I'm nodding my head a few times. See how much more approachable and warm that is. What's the difference? Smiling. That's how you cure the RBF. Smiling a bit more. Dale Carnegie quote, "The expression one wears on one's face is far more important than the clothes that wear on one's back." Even when you're on the phone with people, you can tell if they're smiling or not, can't you? Now, some people will argue with this, like, why am I gonna smile when I'm not actually happy? Or if I'm like mad or, I'm not feeling it, I wanna be real. Like, I want my vibe to just like keep it real. And look, I'm not saying be a fake person. I'm not saying like smile and laugh like you're living in the suburbs and someone's coming over for cheese board and wine night. But what I am saying is put some effort into it. That's, I think, the biggest takeaway from this book. Effort goes a long way. So if you don't like the social interactions you're having right now, if you want them to be better, you're gonna have to change things. And that doesn't have to be huge, it doesn't have to be fake, but maybe being open to trying things a different way. And if you don't smile, you're gonna act pissed off and hard to be around. Guess who you're gonna attract? Like attracts like. Is that a circle you want? A bunch of people who sit around complaining. That sounds great. I don't think that is, because that's why you're watching this video. So put some damn effort into it and smile. And the fourth big idea, I was watching a comedian come up on TikTok. It said, women, if you give guys a compliment, they will remember that for the rest of their lives, because guys get so few. But careful what you compliment them on, because it's gonna stick. You say his jeans make him look good, he's gonna wear those jeans every day and never wash them for the next 2 years. The point is that compliments are kind of few and far between these days. And in here, Dale Carnegie says that even if you have to have a difficult conversation with someone, that you should begin with honest and sincere appreciation. That people are dying for recognition. You could even argue that's why we're so self-obsessed. We post photos for validation. That part of human psychology will never change. Everyone loves recognition. Everyone loves a good job, a pat on the back, being acknowledged. You know what I like about you? No one's ever gonna say, dude, shut up. Yeah, I don't care. Most people will be on the edge of their seat. Dale Carnegie says in leadership that you should give people a fine reputation to live up to. Human beings have a need to remain consistent with the identity that they create in their head. So if you say, I am a runner, you're gonna get up every morning and you're gonna run even if you're on vacation, because you are that. I am extremely disciplined. That wasn't a trait I always had, but in college, someone told me, Clark, you're extremely disciplined. That appreciation stuck with me, and to this day, I view myself as someone who can cultivate discipline. There's also a relationship tip, which is praising the qualities you want to see grow. You want your partner to do the dishes? Compliment them when they do the dishes. You want your partner to give you back rubs? Compliment how good they are at giving back rubs. Not criticizing when they don't or nitpicking when they do. Now, I know what you're thinking. Clark, isn't this just like flattery and blowing smoke up people's ass? There's a difference between flattery and appreciation. Honest and sincere appreciation. That's what we're asking for here. People are gonna pick up when it's honest and sincere too. And look, guys, this can be simple. You don't have to pause someone in the middle of a workday and tell them why you agree with their values, and you can see their hearts and it's shining through their shirt. Like, no, these are little things that go so far. You know what's nice? Not having 2-minute sponsorships on these videos. Isn't that kind of nice? I don't have to sell you moisturizing creams or websites or socks. Nothing wrong with them, but it's because I self-sponsor these videos. We have a coaching program. It's called Metamorphic. The whole point is to design and create and help you shed off the layers of what I call this 2.0 version of you. Okay, we're acting as if it's kind of fake it till you make it. All the self-improvement advice can be confusing and overwhelming. I don't buy that. I believe that you already have that 2.0 version of you deep down inside, that we just gotta shed off some layers that aren't really you and let go of some old stories and baggage. How much more energy are you gonna have? You're gonna have a lot. And so that's what we do in 10 weeks. Walk you through it. We give you NLP coaches. We give you a community that's awesome. You get calls with me every single week. We're there answering your questions, some other coaches as well. And it is truly an amazing experience that I know you'll love. So if you want to hear more about that and you're ready to like make these YouTube videos out there, I mean, I love them, but sometimes they can be entertainment, not education. And if you feel like you're in the same spot you were 12 months ago, what's going to change? What's going to be that thing that gets you to the next level? So if you're really ready for a challenge, you want the next 12 months to be different than the last, apply down below. there's a coach, one of our coaches, who can explain a little bit more, walk you through some details, and see if it's a good fit for you. Absolute legend of a book, just chock full of big ideas. And if you're someone who does like these types of videos where we're talking about books and big ideas, I'll link up here the 5 books you should read this year that changed my life. I know you'll love 1, 2, 3 in here and get something out of it. So go watch that now. It's a perfect follow-up, and I'll see you there.